Yo, what's up, y'all? Champ here, back in the corner. Just want to, before I get started, I'm on a couple shout outs. My boy Jason Linday, I'm sorry I missed you on the Cowboys fans thing the other day, bro. I'm glad you reminded me. So there's your love right there. I'm going to talk about Cowboys in a minute. And then my girl Brittany Fitzhugh. Girl, you're amazing. She took my video from last week and she twittered it to NFL ESPN. She twittered it to all kinds of places, 7R, to everybody saying, hey, get this kid a job. So, get this guy a job, whatever. So, before I get started on everything I want to talk about and tonight's pick for tonight's game, I'm repping tomorrow, 23rd anniversary of the GOAT's death. There will be nothing in this house getting played other than Tupac. I recommend that y'all do the same thing. Don't listen to that other BS and new stuff. Stick with the man tomorrow. 23 years since his death. Rest in peace to the GOAT. All right, let's get started. I got my notes again. I had a couple people tell me you're better with the notes, so I'm going to stick with the notes. You know what I mean? Plus, I'm old. Memory ain't what it used to be. Half the time I go to the bathroom to pee, I forgot why I'm in there. So I'm going to start with some AB talk real quick. Everybody knows from my posts on my page, I'm not a big fan of AB. I think what he did to the Raiders was classless. I think that was planned. I think his agent Drew Rosenhaus had a lot to do with it, and because the Patriots, who are who they are, I believe that they might have had their hand in it too. You know what I mean? But I just want to say I don't like the kid, and I'm a TO fan. So if I'm rooting against a kid like that, that means there's something really wrong with you, because I'm a big TO supporter. But I have to say, these allegations are coming out against him, and for any man to do that to a female is disgusting and it's horrible. But I just smell money grab on this from this girl. If anybody else saw the post I posted last night with his Instagram of him and her hanging out, she looked pretty comfortable to me. She looked like she was having a good time with him. And the timing of this it just doesn't make sense to me, number one. And number two, like my boy Brian Beck said on his post the other day, why are you only filing a civil lawsuit? I mean, ladies out there, seriously, wouldn't you want real justice? Why are you not filing a criminal charges against this man if he supposedly raped you 3 times since 2017? Okay, so I think he's getting a bad rap on that. I don't want him to succeed in New England because I don't care for the way he left Oakland. But as far as that goes, I think he's getting a bad rap. Now on to the Patriots and their hand in this issue. I just said a minute ago, they are shady. We know they're shady, right? Filming the Rams walkthrough back in 2001 in the Super Bowl. Spygate. Deflategate. All that kind of stuff. You know that they, in my personal opinion, I'll give it to them, they're the greatest dynasty in the history of sports. People aren't going to agree with me on that. And for me to say that actually, it hurts my soul. It hurts my stomach to have to admit that. But I do agree with that. Yeah, they are shady, So I think they might have had a hand in telling Antonio, hey, you want to be here? We'll take you. We'll take you. Antonio, Josh Gordon, Julian Edelman. How do you stop them? There's no defense in the league that's going to stop him. It's insane. With Tom Brady? Psst. All right, that being said, I'm going to talk about my 2 favorite games of last week real quick. And they're both the Monday night games. Wow, that Saints-Texans game was amazing. Tell me Deshaun Watson is not the man. And I knew this because I watched him beat Bama. I had to watch that game. I had to watch him drive down, come back from a 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter against Nick Saban's defense, and then drive down the field to win the game with no time left on the clock. So I've been I hate Deshaun Watson because of what he did to my Tide, but I love him too as a player and an athlete, and as a kid, he's just a good kid. You can see it, and what a stud he is. The problem with that game was, number one, you gave Drew Brees 37 seconds. Number two, I said in my last video that Deshaun Watson got sacked 62 times last year. The Saints sacked him another 6 times the other night. 6 times. You can't have that. You got to protect this kid, man. That offensive line was getting destroyed by the Saints. So that was my first favorite game. My second favorite game, obviously was the game that I missed. And all the Raider fans out there, I got a lot of friends that are Raider fans. I got hit up by a lot of you. Yes, I missed the pick. Okay, I'm sorry. I said, what was it? 27-17 Broncos is what I said, I believe. Yeah, Raiders looked amazing. Derek Carr looked like a Hall of Famer. My boy Josh Jacobs, Roll Tide, did exactly what everybody thought he was going to do. Ran right through that defense. I expected more from the Broncos. I honestly thought, and I talked to my boy Alex Cortez the other day, we talked about this, he said, and he agreed with me, I thought with the whole AB drama going on, that it was going to have an effect on how the team played. What I love about what they did, and now I'm expecting more from them this year, what I love about what they did was they didn't even let it bother them. It's like, whatever, he's gone. Let's handle it. You know what I mean? So, I think that's great. I'm glad I was wrong on that pick, Raiders fans. Mystery text message guy. I already told you when you hit me up the next morning. I told you I was glad on that pick. So don't come at me like I'm always wrong either, bro. You know what I mean? But that we'll talk later, son. So those are my two favorite games so far. Now as far as week 1 goes, every team that I picked to make the playoffs in the NFC won. Every team. Cowboys won. Rams won. Saints won. Aaron Rodgers and the Pack won. Those were my division winners, if you recall. And then my two wildcard teams were going to be the Seahawks and the Vikes, and they both won. Vikings, you better figure out what's something to do with Kirk Cousins. 10 pass attempts. You're thankful you have that defense, and Dalvin Cook had a great game. They got Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau this week. That one's going to be very interesting. Okay, I still don't trust the Eagles. The Eagles beat up on a bad team. Washington's horrible. They beat up on a bad team, and Carson Wentz can't stay on the field. So to the AFC, not all the teams won that I picked. The Steelers got blown out by the Patriots. That was ugly. I don't know what's going on. But I said last week, is Antonio Brown being gone? Is Juju going to be able to handle being the number one guy without Antonio Brown taking the coverages up? Maybe. I don't know. We're still going to find out. It was against the Patriots. Bill Belichick is one of the best schemers in the league when it comes to defense and that kind of stuff. So I wouldn't worry too much about the Steelers right now. I was really happy and shocked at the same time. And even though it was against Miami, was the way Lamar Jackson played. It was amazing. That kid, Marquise Brown, Antonio Brown's cousin, by the way, man, that kid gets the ball in his hands. He's gone. Good luck catching him. And then, of course, the Chiefs, Pat Mahomes being Patrick Mahomes. The loss of Tyreek Hill sucks, but LaShawn McCoy fits into that system perfectly, just like he did with Andy Reid back in Philadelphia, back in his early days. I said that I didn't trust the Browns. I said on paper, they might be the best team in the league. But guess what? Paper can be torn. Paper can be ripped. And they got ripped. The Titans went in there. Great defense. Great running back. Derrick Henry. Roll Tide. Marcus Mariota played great. That offensive line in Cleveland, if they don't get that fixed, Baker Mayfield's going to have a very short career. And I hate to say that because I'm a huge fan. As far as Odell goes, you can take your watch, shine it up real nice, and I think anybody that knows who The Rock is knows the rest of that statement. I'm tired of his whining. Him and AB can go. But the Titans' defense did look amazing. And then, of course, the Patriots, I picked them to win their division. Obviously, that goes without saying pretty much every year since 2001. My wild cards in that conference were supposed to be the Ravens with the Steelers winning the division and the Jaguars. Because I thought that defense, and like everybody says, I'm a Nick Foles fan, man. I believe in Nick Foles. I'm like, he won the Super Bowl a couple years ago against Brady and Belichick, and he lit him up. So I'm actually believing in Foles. What happens was the first quarter, broken collarbone, out at least 8 weeks. I'm like, man, I'm thinking to myself, okay, it's only one game. Are people going to forgive me if I, change my pick on that and go with the Titans to be the other wild card team? Because who did I pick in the? I picked Houston to win that division. So am I going to go with the Titans? Will people forgive me? Say, hey man, I lost the guy. The main reason I picked him, I lost him. I was about to. And this kid showed up. Gardner Minshew II. Who? Let me tell you, after I watched what he did, 22 of 25, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. After he did that, I had to do some research to find out, dude, who is this guy? Gardner Minshew II? Who is this kid, right? So I did some research, all right? So he started at a community college, which was Northwest Mississippi Community College in 2015, and he won a national title, a JC national title. From then on, he went to East Carolina. He graduated from East Carolina. He still had 1 year of eligibility left. Nick Saban contacts this kid. He says, hey, I'll give you a scholarship. Come to Alabama. You could back up Tua and Jalen Hurts. This was last year, obviously. You can back up Tua and Jalen Hurts. Eventually, you might be a graduate assistant and assistant coach here with the Tide. Mike Leach, Washington State coach, gets a hold of Gardner, says, screw that, bro. Why don't you come to Washington State and play for me? All this kid did was throw for 38 touchdowns, 4,500 yards, took the Washington State Cougars to an 11-2 season. He won the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Year, and he was finished 5th in the Heisman voting. So you know what? I'm sticking with my Jags because I got a new friend in Gardner Minshew II. I'm sticking with the Jags for my second wild card team in the AFC. The kid is fun to watch. He throws the ball beautifully. He's got a cannon on him. If you guys have a chance to watch this kid, watch him. I really like him. Oh, so mystery text message guy hit me up the other day, right? So he hit me up again. Still don't know who he is. Maybe one of these days we'll get to sit down and go back and forth. He's not a clown. He knows his stuff. So I'm giving you props, bro. I'm giving you props. You told me to be respectful. I'm being respectful. All right? But he hit me up. He said, hey, he goes, hey, man, you missed your MVP pick for this year. You made every other pick last week. You missed your MVP pick. I'm like, oh, okay. I kind of did. I thought I said it, but I didn't. So I'm going to go ahead and let him know who my MVP is going to be. I told everyone in the first broadcast last week, Patrick Mahomes is going to be the first quarterback in the history of the game to throw for 40-plus touchdowns and 5,000 yards in one season. He's going to be the first person to ever do it. He's going to do it back-to-back years. He's going to win the MVP again. So there's my MVP pick right there. Mystery text message guy. And then on to tonight's prediction real quick. So, Cam Newton is 0-7 in his last 7 starts. Last 7. They're playing at home. They lost at home last week to the Rams. Todd Gurley was on fire. But Jameis Winston is 0-12 on his last 12 road games. I don't see him breaking that curse. I see Cam breaking his 0-7 in the last. I see Jameis going 0-13 in his last 13 road games. I'm going to say Panthers 31, Buccaneers 13. Thank you all again for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you that loves me. I even appreciate y'all that hate me. You know what I'm saying? I'll play like that. Oh, Mr. Text Message guy, don't forget. Champ's got the juice now. Peace and hair grease. Yay, yay!